False news has become all too common on social media. Unfortunately, some members of the media push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Yo, hey there, guys and gals. Let's get ready for a bumpy ride. Recently, The Hill has published an article with regards to Congress having the ability to keep Trump out of office still. You know, and the only thing about it is that I tend to believe that this is such a dead issue. But, you know, of course, the only thing is, though, that these crazy Dems have nothing else to hold on to. So they're not going to let it go. It's just ridiculous because, of course, we've watched the videos regarding Nancy Pelosi where she admits that it was her fault for the breach and that she did not call in for security to come in and take care of the people. But bottom line is that, you know, this is being overlooked. Their agenda is being pushed on us. Now, the odd question to ask, though, is whether or not Trump will be actually was deemed as being guilty, you know, for having incited the riot. So we all know that he had been exonerated, and you know, and the courts had thrown out the supposed conviction. It was not a conviction because he was not sentenced. You know, you need a sentencing in order for a conviction to be upheld. But bottom line is that, as you read here, the advocates for congressional action against Trump's office return. The Hill has published an opinion piece arguing that Congress has the authority to prevent Donald Trump from taking office based on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which deals with insurrection. Bottom line again is that Trump was not convicted of being an insurrectionist. I hate when I hear people say that he's now a felon, which is total BS. Bottom line, though, is that I hate to admit this, there was the court case that had made it to the Supreme Court regarding the ballots and certain states that did not want to have Trump as on there, listed on there to be able to vote for him. And the fact that the SCOTUS had come up with a verdict that states are not eligible to be able to do that, and that only Congress can override this. So, you know,
Laura, what do we know right now?
A really consequential decision has just been handed down. Paula Reed, the court has made a decision.
This is a win for former President Trump. Here, the Supreme Court has reversed a ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court that would have removed former President Trump from the ballot under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, the so-called insurrectionist ban.
Yes, this is an old clip here. And the thing about it is that it is with regards to Trump's being excluded out of certain states such as Colorado. But as it had been mentioned, SCOTUS had made it very clear that he cannot be removed off the ballots, and that only Congress can make that happen. So that falls along the same lines as to what the Hill has reported on. So it's still ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. It should be a mute point. But bottom line is that it's questionable as to whether or not Congress still has the power to be able to keep Trump from office, which I don't think they would do anyways, just because they wouldn't want to try to fight an insurrectionist by pulling an insurrection against what the people have voted for.
The Hill is catching some heat this week after a new opinion piece from two Ivy League lawyers suggesting that Congress should block President Trump from taking office. Now, the two authors claim that lawmakers must act now to disqualify a, quote, oath-breaking insurrectionist. For more on this, we're going to welcome back into the studio our contributing editor from the American Spectator and former advisor to the Reagan White House, Jeffrey Lord. Not welcome back, but welcome into. And then welcome back, Executive Director for Veterans for Trump, retired Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Jesse Jane Duff.
Welcome back. Welcome, sir.
Welcome
Great to
back,
see you in studio. It's fantastic. Jesse Jane, the rhetoric out of the Hill. Are you surprised it came from two Ivy League professors?
So, you know what's hysterical about this is that they're accusing him of an insurrection and they're going to actually try to have an insurrection. You know, that's really what this is. The irony of this escapes them. Every single step that the left has done against President Trump has been pretty detrimental. We've seen that 2 years they went after the lawfare, 5 different legal cases, trying to bankrupt him, trying to remove him from ballots in various states. But with that, in addition to this, now trying to suggest that they can get 20% of the House to vote against President Trump in going against the Electoral College.
20% is what's needed.
Keep in mind, the Democrats have always said, we don't like the Electoral College. Well, he also won the popular vote. So here we are, back at square one. What is it they're trying to accomplish? I don't think we're going to see 20% of the House, which would be actually not a big number, maybe what, about 40, go against voting for the Electoral College. I think we'll have a few independent Democrats trying to be rabble-rousers. That'll be it.
Jeffrey, what's your opinion?
Well, I think that this whole thing doesn't hold any water, and what you've got here are people who are big into power. This is who and what the Democratic Party has become. They're not about principles, they're just about power, and they will do anything and everything to hold on to that power. And it doesn't escape in the least that, if you're going to talk insurrection, Jesse James is right, this is exactly what they're doing here. And I don't think they're going to be getting away with it because, you know, there are still enough members of Congress who realize that they have their own career.
Yes, they want to keep their jobs. You know, they understand that if they vote against Trump, they've got themselves some problems to deal with in the future. It's a real shame that that they don't remember that they don't remember that their constituents had voted for Trump. They want an end to this mess. So there really is no reason for concern. I would like to believe, but the only issue is that still you get some crazies out there who have some power that want to keep it. And again, I'm hoping this is a moot point and that the Dems don't push this argument any further. But, you know, of course, they have nothing else better to do, and they want to try to keep their positions in place. So, you know, craziness at its best, trying to supersede what the people had mandated through the act of an insurrection. So, thank you, folks. I just hope this goes away quietly and Congress comes to a realization that what people have mandated through the voting of Donald Trump is what the people want. Like I said, don't think it's over yet, but we will have yet to see what happens in the future. And God bless and shoots.